By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, and friends of the university, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 19th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2018. It is also my great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduate, Dr. Paul Davies. We are delighted to be able to honour him here today. During the past year, the Open University has awarded over 20,000 qualifications, ranging from Certificate of Higher Education to Doctor of Philosophy. Throughout 2018, more than 7,000 graduates are being presented for their qualification at degree ceremonies such as this one today in Cardiff. These are being held in 11 different towns and cities throughout England and also in Belfast, Cardiff, Glasgow and Dublin. This illustrates the extraordinary scale, scope and reach of the Open University. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families and loved ones, as well as the university staff who, I hope you will feel, have nurtured and supported you. Now, you could be forgiven for thinking that the occasion is so important that it needs to be solemn. Well, you'd be quite wrong. In every sense, this is a day of celebration. So we will be very disappointed if anyone crosses the stage today to anything less than thunderous applause, or whatever other way you choose to express your enthusiasm and support. So with that in mind, why don't all of today's graduates briefly stand? Friends, families, and Open University staff, let's start today's ceremony by giving all our amazing graduates a huge round of applause. You can sit down. There's one more way you can show your appreciation to your graduate. If you post messages or photos on social media, use the hashtag #MyOU, that's hashtag #MyOU, sharing your congratulations and celebrations with the world outside, as well as everyone here today in the ceremony. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who have gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws and have been able to attend here today. They will be presented by Ms. Lynette Thomas, Deputy Director of the Open University in Wales. We will then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Dr. Paul Davies. Mrs. Lewis Casella, Director of the Open University in Wales, will present Dr. Davies, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. We will then continue our presentation of graduates with those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. To conclude the ceremony, Mrs. Louise Casella, Director of the Open University in Wales, will give a personal address to the graduates. I now call upon Ms. Lynette Thomas to present the graduates.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. Cyflwynaf i chi ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn plentyndod ac ieuenctid. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, Cardiff Davis. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn Saesneg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Mark Sheehan. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn hanes, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in History, I present Charlotte Smith. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg o bell ac ar-lein, ar wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Helen Hodges. Gareth Tanswell. Ar gyfer gradd meistr mewn gweinyddiaethau busnes, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Olivia Bogert. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Education, I present Sian Brake. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn datblygu ymarfer gofal iechyd, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present Helen Needs. Hannah Pullin. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn cyfrifiadureg ar wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Master of Science in Computing, I present Simon Savage. Ranjit Chagar. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rheoli datblygu cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, I present Miriam Friday. Faith Kembabazi. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn perianneg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Engineering, I present Frank Chick. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rheoli amgylcheddol ar wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Christopher Richards. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn cemeg feddyginiaethol, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, I present Helen Benham. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn gwyddoniaeth cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Science, I present Heather Kalashi. Claire Edwards. Pro Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Law degrees and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Liana Angel. Ellis Ballard. Gareth Entwistle. Richard Hibbs. Daniel Jenkins. Michelle Maidment. Sarah Merton. Sophie Naylor. Brian Nellis. Kim O'Shaughnessy. Brian Parton. Gaynor Trahan. Moira Trusize. Paul Vane. Sarah Warrilow. Rhys Watkin. And Colin Wise. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd cyflwynaf for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Tariq Abdallah. Anthony Baptiste. Kathleen Bassett. Catherine Beale. Lindsay Clements. Carol Daly. Gemma Dunning. Sandra Edwards. Rich Emerson. Jonathan Fagan. Helen Finlayson. Chidel Goddard. Matthew Greenwood. Ruth Hallett. Hannah Hambley. Emily Harris. Gary Hart. Claire Hazel. Rodella Hill. Lucy Horokova. Fiona Horton. Jessica Hersett. Lisa James. John Jamieson. Emma Jones. Simi Kaur. Claire Frances Kingswell. Samantha Lamphere. Melanie Martin. Richard McCranner. Jared Mwale. Paul Nash. Lauren Oliver. Danielle Parfitt. Zoe Ponsford. Stuart Rees. Peter Salmon. Daryl Shepherd. Sean Sheriston. Stephen Smith. Jasmine Sperring. Charlotte Stinchcombe. Giselle Wall. Linda Warren. Jade Williams. Lisa Williams. Victoria Williams. Simone Williams-Shaw. Davina Wood. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf ar wyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with First Class Honours, I present Christina Walker. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd yr wyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with Honours, I present Jo Fisher. Jade Meredith. Ar gyfer gradd baglor mewn peirianneg gyda anrhydedd cyflwynaf for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, I present Felix Asar-Donko. John Crofts. Dave Giles. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Ruth Aberdeen. Carl Whitehead. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gydag anrhydedd cyflwynaf and for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Shaumake Abdi. Rebecca Cole. Richard Daniel. Victoria Foxwell. Samantha Guth. Bethan Horton. Gaynor Howell. Sadia Javed. Richard Jenkins. Philip Moles.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Paul Davis is the Artistic Director of the Volcano Theatre Company, which he co-founded with Fern Smith in 1987. The company's latest work is Macbeth, Director's Cut, currently touring throughout the UK. The production continues a series of adaptations of classic works in which Paul's vision is to create a postmodern realism which can, in his words, shake up audiences. For Paul, art is not a passive form, but one which has as its aim to provoke and push the audience as well as entertaining them. His previous works have included reimagined texts, including the Communist Manifesto, Shakespeare's sonnets, and Under Milk Wood. Indeed, Paul's influences include a small book by Ernst Fischer called Marx in his own words. That influence emanates from Paul's PhD in utopian political thought, which he gained from Swansea University. Swansea remains central to Paul's work, and since 2011, the Volcano Theatre Company has been based in an abandoned store, which has now become a hub for the local community. Volcano has formed a long-standing partnership with the Coastal Housing Group, which has transformed Swansea High Street and attracted huge investment from the Arts Council of Wales, providing a new model for sustainable and socially responsible development based on creativity and community. The company has tried in its work to create a largely non-monetised sphere, a place where people can engage in conversations about humankind. Influenced by Fluxus, an international interdisciplinary community of artists, composers, designers and poets who emerged during the 1960s and 70s and who engaged in experimental art performances which emphasised the artistic process over the finished product. Volcano has recently performed the destruction of a piano in the high street to a somewhat perplexed audience and has invited people to a secret cinema with the aim of reclaiming the public realm. All this innovation is done to enhance what Paul describes with the simple noun, vibrancy, by which he means encouraging people to understand the public realm in a different and radical way. Talking to Paul, what is obvious is not only his political and social commitment, but also his commitment to future generations. Volcano continues to run a broad range of theatrical projects in the community, offering classes for children and young people in Young Volcano and the Volcano Youth Company, while Odin supports emerging artists with free rehearsal space, coaching and mentoring in both artistic practice and arts management. Paul Davis is one of the most original theatrical practitioners working in Britain today. His imaginative and provocative works have not only pushed artistic boundaries, but have also made a significant broader contribution to cultural, social, and political life in Wales and beyond. Paul's mission is an unapologetic internationalist one, and in addition to working in Swansea, he is involved with theatre and art in places as diverse as China, Russia, Germany, and Argentina. The Open University's mission famously calls us to be open to people, places, methods, and ideas. Paul Davis has embodied those principles and lived out those values in an extraordinary, innovative career. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, by authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Paul Davis.
I'm not going to be that long. Good morning. It was a great shock and honour to receive this award. And I was thinking about what to say. I began to imagine that I might be an NFL coach and I could lead you all in a mass celebration. And we might run around the auditorium shrieking in a high-pitched Yankee voice, jumping over the seats in a collective demonstration of wild delirium, celebrating your achievements. But then I realized I'd never actually watched through to its entirety a game of American football, and I have no idea whether they jump over seats or whether we could jump over seats without injuring ourselves or others. And then, of course, there's the question of the accent. Will we get the accent right? But anyway, putting all that to one side, congratulations. You've done a brilliant job. And I hope that you're feeling all of the energy of an individual and collective celebration, whether you're dreaming of being an NFL coach or something else, I have no idea. But reimagining yourself is what you've been doing for the last few years. You've been shifting, changing, disappearing and reappearing, a bit like a ghost perhaps, reassembling yourself until now here you are in all these colours, in all these gowns. It's not too much to say, although sometimes I think it's uncomfortable to say in, I don't know, Anglo-Saxon, or I'm not sure about the Welsh language, that it's a beautiful thing. It feels beautiful to be involved in this. As Louise said, I work in theatre and we perform and teach all over the world. But most of what we're doing is reminding people that the creative life is not very far away from them. Invariably, it's just buried under the weight of the everyday. It's just a question of access, a bit like knowledge. We need the right encouragement and we need the right context to flourish, which is, of course, what the Open University, what you and today is all about. When I left school in the late 70s, I got a job in a steelworks just across the road from here. It was called GKN, and Britain was in a mess. Is it getting better? I don't know. That's a kind of joke. Anyway, the only hope for change for me came from the energy of punk music and the A-levels I was doing at night school. No one in my family had ever been to university, and no one ever spoke about it. It was a kind of foreign word. It was a bit like the poet Tony Harrison would say, it was not an aspiration. In fact, the first time I heard the word university was from a bunch of Slovenian refugees who'd established families up in Hengoed in the Rumney Valley. What I conclude from all that experience is that you have to go a long way around to find what was in front of you from the very start. The trick then is to find a way of staying in touch with those small moments of not yet knowing, because these moments offer glimpses of what you were, what you missed out on, and what you are in the process of becoming. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it, probably? But what I think I'm trying to say is that keep learning, which you've done already, and learn from all sorts of people and all sorts of places. And whatever kind of degree you've done, it might be wise to think of the things that you've learned as both method and a kind of proto-poetry, like temporary glimpses of particular worlds which are changing both dynamic and slowly. It is in the face of this restless and sometimes painful political economy that you now have your degrees. I can't imagine or recall how much work, pain, and happiness that this must have cost you and your families. Hopefully, the whole experience will have been framed by love, something like love, a love of new friends, some for life, some passing through, but most of all, a love for ideas, the ideas that you've wrestled with these past few years. Perhaps, again, it's a bit odd to talk about love in a degree ceremony. I think what it seems to me is that if we can love the ideas and the structures of thought that we engage with at university, we might be better placed to invent ourselves, change, reinvent ourselves within this restless world that we now find ourselves. And also, we might be in a better place to put some love back into the towns, cities, and social spaces that we go on to work and live within. Actually, it occurs to me that of all the graduates in UK PLC, the graduates of the Open University, you are the most likely graduates to breathe oxygen and hope back into civil society. After all, when you women and men, you are the dreamers of better things. You thought about doing a degree. You heard of the Open University. You filled in an application form and you spoke to your potential tutor. You were reimagining yourself. That's a big thing to do. It takes guts and hope. Now, you've got to use that drive and commitment to add to our stock of social hope and energy. We need you out there thinking and acting, helping to change a world that seems stuck and without the dreamers and thinkers it needs. Congratulations and have a fantastic day.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau, gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Steve Cavell. Sarah Cook. Ave Kotzer. Carmen Lewis. Thomas Wilson. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Halima Abdi. Kiri Ainsley. Lita Helen Almond. Daniel Atsupadi. Rebecca Bailey. James Bankovskis. Helen Burnell. Sarah Carter. Melissa Cornell. Santiago Coronado Moreno. Mair Davidson. Natalie Davis. Stephen Davis. Megan Dent. Treese Denton. Emil Eftimov. David Egerton. Rigobert Emeralds. Stuart Evans. Fiona Everett. Julie Flurry. Alexander Gardner. On behalf of the late Charles Gilmore, sister Heidi Charlotte. Charlotte Green. Heidi Green. Idris Hanmer. Lucy Hickman. Helen Hill. Joanne Holvey. Carrie Hopkins. Aled Hughes. Aled Humphreys. Dika Jama. Sadie Jones. Jennifer Kay. Josephine Kempsell. Francesca Laird. Jodie Liddington. Kerry Lowe. Nikki Mainwaring. Thomas Maslin. Kylie Nicholas. Sarah Peat. Alexandra Potika-Goloszewska. Robert Rees. Philip Resnick. Sophie Louise Wrighton. Gillian Roberts. Andrew Rowe. Cynthia Stevens. Judith Sweet. Alicia Taylor. Catherine Tilk. Lauren White. Nicola Williams. Leighton Yap. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwirthorau cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Craig Cook. Louise Evans. Rachel Griffiths. Scott Hughes. Elliot Jones. Emma Lavis. Derek Morgan. Ruth Parry. Lorraine Thomas. Ar gyfer gradd sylfaen cyflwynaf, for a foundation degree, I present Benjamin Cotter. Amanda Gill. Habiba Lewis. Roxanne Perry. Heather Spires. Ac ar gyfer diploma mewn addysg uwch cyflwynaf, and for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Nesaor Ali. Andrew Cavill. David Cochran. Feraida Javaid. Agnieszka Majowska. Sarah Mullard. Monica Ralph. Jill Skinner. Lisa Webster. Heather Williams.
Wow. Just wow. I was supposed to say bore da and good morning and things, but I just want to go, wow, that was fantastic. Bore da, I think it's actually pronounced da, we're 4 minutes past 12. Pronounced da bawb, gwestiynau lodau'r Senedd, staff ac wrth gwrs ein graddedigion rhyfeddol. Mae heddiw wedi bod yn diwrnod arbennig iawn I bawb yma. Diwrnod I gofio am weddillaeth bywyd. Good morning, good afternoon, just about, everyone. Guests, members of Senate, staff, and of course our wonderful graduates. This has been a very special day for everyone here and one to remember for the rest of your lives. It really has been just wonderful to see you cross the stage. The moves, the cheers, the shaking it all about. You look so very rightly proud of all that you've achieved. And from up here, we can see the faces of the audience, your family and friends who shared in your delight and clapping and cheering as their very special person received their scroll. I was in Belfast a couple of weeks ago for the ceremony, and let me tell you guys, you are much louder, much louder. We know some of your wonderful, inspiring stories, but you all have those. You all have those behind what you've done. And seeing the joy and the pride and perhaps a little terror occasionally on all of your faces as you went across the stage was fantastic. Each of you is extraordinary. Together, you're even more extraordinary. We believe that you are the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the UK. In fact, today, all of you and your friends and supporters are probably sharing this auditorium with the most extraordinary people you're ever likely to meet. Rydych chi oll yn ysbrydoliaeth, ac mae gennym barch at ac ymdrechion I gyrraedd y man heddiw. For family, friends, supporters, you know the incredible efforts that your graduate went to achieve their qualification. But many of you, and many of our graduates today, won't know very much about our other graduates and just how amazing you are as a body. Let's take a moment to show ourselves why. I'm going to ask the graduates a few questions so we can all discover a bit more about you. If you can, would you mind raising your hands if you're in answer to my questions? Right, let's start with, who was employed or did voluntary work at some stage during their study? Who started a family during their study? Whoa. And how many others of you raised and supported children throughout your studies? Who cared for parents, for partners, or other dependents during their studies? And don't put your hand up if you'd rather not to, if it's tricky for you. But who carried out their studies whilst registered with a disability? Every student here has dealt with so much alongside their study. We've such a diverse and talented student body. You really are pretty amazing. We're so proud to have you as members of a university that really believes that it's not where you start in life and what you have to deal with in life. None of those things should limit where you can go. And let's share a small frustration over the words that are sometimes used to describe students like you. Frankly, describing you as part-time students really doesn't cut it at all. More like double time, given all that you've combined with your studies to get here today. You've been on a very tough shift indeed. But some of you out there are probably thinking there's only one thing tougher than being an OU student, and that's living with one. And many of you, as you came across the stage today, pointed out your friends and family members, acknowledging that your achievement belonged as much to them as it did to you. So graduates, if you're able to, can I ask you to stand up again? You can take a look around and find your family and friends in the audience. And it's your turn now. They've been by your side every step of the way, so let's thank them for supporting you, for standing by you. Give them a wave, a cheer, shout out. Diolch. Thank you. You can all sit down again. That's fantastic. You made almost as much noise as they did for you. There's another group of staff people who played such a vital role in getting you here today. The OU's wonderful staff, represented by my colleagues here on the platform and those who've been marshalling you around the Wales Millennium Centre. They're almost as excited as you about today because we all finally get to put faces to the learners we've been supporting for many years. Many of the staff on the Wales support lines are here, and you will have had conversations, and they will have been the people who've given you advice on funding or study patterns, or got you started, or helped you through a sticky patch. Our academic staff who presented or supported the OU in delivering your course are represented, and those crucial people, our tutors who we call ALs, or Associate Lecturers, who taught and supported you and got you through, are also here cheering you on. I hope you will all agree that they're also deserving of your appreciation. You graduates are just so special. And weren't you smart to choose studying with the Open University? It's a university like no other. For almost 50 years, we've been creating and growing a university you can all be proud of. A university that sets high standards and delivers a quality of education that's widely recognised and universally acknowledged. A quality and standard that we know employers recognise and value. Over 1,300 employers regularly invest in our courses. In Wales, we have students who work for employers as diverse as the health sector, from care assistants to nurses, the education sector, from teaching assistants to head teachers, and the private sector, from micro businesses and SMEs to larger multinationals. Whether public or private, large or small, employers and employees from all sectors value what we offer. So an OU qualification is something to be proud of, something well recognised and well respected. If you're hoping for a new job or a promotion following your qualification, you can remind your employer of that. And if you're looking for some other things to tell people about the university of which you're now a graduate, here are a few more facts for you to boast about. Many of you will be familiar with our partnership with the BBC. Whenever you see the OU Shield at the end of a TV programme, you can be sure there'll be something extra to learn. You're part of the university that co-produced Blue Planet. Watched by almost half the UK population, including many of us here today, what an awe-inspiring insight into our beautiful planet. And how brilliant that research by OU scientists has provoked the huge reaction and social movement now gaining momentum to deal with our overuse of plastics. Mwyn cyrraedd pob rhan o'r genedl, gweithon gyda'r mudiadau cymdeithasol lleol, cyflogwr ac undebau yng Nghymru. In Wales, we work with community organisations, employers and trade unions to ensure we reach all parts of our nation. We work with partner organisations to help individuals take their first steps into higher education, and with carers organisations in Wales so that we can provide opportunities and support to those with particularly demanding family challenges. The Open University contributes much to Wales, but in return, Wales contributes much to the OU. The nation has a special place within the UK for many reasons, and one of them is as a pioneer of adult education. That continues today. Mae bawb yn y Prifysgol Agored wedi ymrwmio yn nod sef sicrhau cyflawniadau cymdeithasol ehangach. Everyone in the OU is committed to our mission of securing greater social justice. But anyone inside the institution will tell you no part of the university is more passionate about that than our staff and students at the OU in Wales. Your learning is underpinned by the excellent and world-leading research done by our staff, and that research captures the public imagination. We're incredibly proud, for example, of our contribution to recent space exploration. Take the controlled caching of the Cassini space probe. The Cassini-Huygens mission has transformed our understanding of the second largest planet in our solar system, Saturn, with its vast ring system and its unique moons. The scientific legacy of the mission will extend long beyond its fiery end in the clouds of Saturn. So, you can see, you're a member of a university that's a world leader in technology, in innovation, and in helping people to learn. And you'll always be a member of this university. Miliynau o bobl, un mudiad ac un nod. One movement, one mission, and one aim. Today, you join a community of Open University alumni around the world. The OU has been by your side throughout your studies. And now we give you a new commitment to stay with you on your lifelong journey. We'll always be here for you if you want to study again and take your learning further. We promise to help you develop your professional career, and as we learn more in your chosen field of study, we promise to share with you our latest research. Join our Alumni's Careers group on LinkedIn, share your professional experience, and make new connections. Try one of our free online courses on OpenLearn or FutureLearn, or maybe when you've had a pause to recover, think about another OU course. And remember, our careers service is there to support you for another 3 years after you've finished your course. Our motto on the crest above us is learn and live. That's something that all Open University graduates embody as soon as they step back out into their busy lives. Continue to learn as you continue to live. You have proven great skills and the ability to do so much. Be confident that you can change the world around you for the better. Gwnewch yn dda gyda'r hyn a chydych chi wedi dysgu, a cefnogwch eraill yn eich daith addysg hefyd. Do good with what you have learned and encourage others on their learning journeys too. You're now part of a vast network of people as extraordinary as you are. Make your voice heard. You may already have been congratulated by members of our alumni team out in the foyer. If you didn't get the chance to meet them today, they'll be in touch to tell you all about what our Alumni Association can offer, to get you involved as we celebrate our 50th birthday next year, and to ask you to be advocates for all that the Open University can do to open up opportunities for as wide a group of people as possible. Your future starts here. Because when you leave today, you become an ambassador for the Open University and all that it stands for. Its values of social justice, equality, and education, and for knowledge to be open to all. Share your experience with others you know. Tell people what your OU journey has meant for you and what it could mean for them. You are our best advert, and we want you to be proud to say, I studied there. Astudiais I yno. In a moment, the formal proceedings will end and the ceremonial party will process out. Please go on and celebrate your successes today. Share your stories, your photos, your delight with your friends and family. Be hugely proud of what you've achieved. Byddwch yn hynod o falch o'r hyn ydych chi wedi ei gyflawni, because we are hugely proud of you and we thank you for choosing the Open University and we congratulate you on all you have achieved. Well done. Da iawn. Rydych chi I gyd yn hanrhagol o wych. You are all amazing. Now, can I ask one last time for our graduates to stand and everyone here to join me in giving them a huge round of applause. Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations.
The proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all those who are able to stand please do so?